So I want to reopen the idea of the indoctrination theory, but there's a few things I need to state first. Is that yeah, I have Planet Side 2 gameplay in the background. I know it's not Mass Effect, just I don't have any Mass Effect footage on me. Excuse me, that's unprofessional. Wow, you're an idiot, Nick. It's okay. Just continue, Nick. Okay. I don't have any Mass Effect videos anymore because I just sold my Xbox and all my Mass Effect. I'm soon to buy for the PC, but not right now. I don't have it right now. Second, I have been sick for the past 3 days. I'm now getting over it, but I still have a stuffy nose and a sinus congestion thing, so I still sound a little funny, like I'm having a little trouble breathing once in a while. So, to open up with the indoctrination theory, if you don't know what it is, please go watch another video. Just type in indoctrination theory in YouTube. You will get millions and millions of videos up. Second, to continue on, if you have known what the indoctrination theory is or know what the definition of indoctrination is, you'll understand it if you play Mass Effect and know the definition. So, you know that indoctrination went over Shepard. You know that. There's plenty of proof of signs that's there. I want you to open your mind now and start thinking you yourself were indoctrinated. This was stated a few times in a couple other videos, but were never placed a lot of emphasis. I even hear there was a few sentences stated by Angry Joe, which I'm having very, 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 very hard time finding to find that quote again. But I know it's there because when the Mass Effect 3 ending happened and I heard this theory, I went batshit crazy figuring out all the information I could on this. So I know Angry Joe says it somewhere about it also attacking the player itself. Now I want you to think of that and start thinking on the gameplay you've done. Think about all the choices you made. You are focused on 3 choices, which we all knew what they were. The top one was the good choice, the middle one was the neutral choice, and the red one was the third choice. You always thought these were the only 3 choices you had, which are, I air quote right now, you can't see me, were the only choices you had. But then you get to the Citadel, the end of Mass Effect 3, and you're only given 3 choices. And everybody loses their freaking mind about it. Because you think you do all this work, all these free choice deals, all these free speech like deals, and now you're limited to only 3 choices. Which in all the other places, you were always limited to 3 choices. So, to get angry at that is understandable. But then again, to bounce back to the indoctrination of you as a person makes more sense to me now, because you always believed you had free choice, and when you're giving your choices again in front of you, but in a more blunt form, you now believe you're being screwed. Which, if this is at all true, kudos to freaking BioWare and the developers of Mass Effect. That is a fucking good game if this is at all true. That is some serious, serious thinking. So this is all going on, and you believe you have these 3 choices, and obvious everybody decides that the red choice, there's a red good choice that is the right choice because it shows this breathing scene. And because of the breathing scene, this whole indoctrination theory actually starts. And that is that he was not up there, it was a weird nightmare, and now you're still down on the ground where that laser exploded everything in front of you. You were just knocked out. So we need to understand the red choice states that you yourself are part synthetic. This choice will destroy all synthetic life, including the Reapers, but also part of yourself. Now, everybody kind of ignores that, and it just ignores it. Like, it's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. It's understandable. The Reapers are trying to false advertise to you. It could be a lie. You don't really get hurt from this choice, it's just a lie. I don't believe it's a lie anymore when the DLC comes out revealing that 4th choice. Now you need to understand, what I like about the 4th choice is I find it's the only free will choice you have. And to get this choice, you really, really have to want it. I mean, you can't just sit there and accept and go along the lines of conversation. You have to want this free will choice. And you can't, I don't believe if you shoot the Godchild, as Angry Joe states that it is, or everybody else states it as, I don't believe just shooting that kid is the 4th choice. I believe that's violence. It's violence, Nick. Of course it's damn violence. You pull a damn gun on the little ghost child. I believe it's a violent way for the 4th choice. It's not, oh, that's it. I believe that's because there's always a good choice and there's always a bad choice. I believe that's the bad choice of the fourth. Wow, my voice cracked. That's a bad choice of the fourth choice. And the good choice is for you yourself to stand up against the Godchild and actually say, fuck you. I am a shepherd, freaking shepherd. Yeah. So now to continue on with this fourth choice, which I believe is the right choice. Well, why is this the right choice? Because of the third choice. Because the third choice says you destroy synthetic and part of yourself. Yes, you do survive or pass the indoctrination. You no longer are indoctrinated, but you mentally are destroyed. So that's winning half the battle. The Reapers win half the battle. Why do the Reapers win half the battle? Because Shepard is an idol to all of the universe. Because of Shepard, everybody looks up to Shepard. All these great things happen around Shepard. When Shepard goes down, it seems like all of society goes down. Why do we have a president? Everybody goes into chaos if the president dies. Not really. I mean, it's not the most chaotic, but it's still a possible chance. People go crazy when their leaders are gone. Look at freaking Halo. You shoot an elite, the grunts go crazy. What's saying not the same thing has happened? Maybe this is some strategy from the Reapers that you yourself believe you have three choices, when those three choices in front of you, which are easy to access, are still the wrong choices. One's simply more right than the other, but is still wrong. You yourself, the person, have to stand upon or stand against the indoctrination yourself mentally and stand up against the Reapers. Because you need to ask yourself, how many of you people had relogged that last game because you thought you did the wrong choice? You watched everything go by and you're like, oh fuck, I did the wrong choice. The first two scenes shows happiness and blah 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 blah, and you're like, yes. And the second two scenes show that you have caused complete death to everything, but then show you this breathing scene, so you're all confused. You're like, oh, fourth game, blah 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 blah. That's what I'm trying to state, is that the fourth scene, because you stand up, you're not mentally gone anymore. The third choice, you destroy your mind. You're a vegetable now. The fourth choice, you're mentally strong enough to stand against the freaking Reapers now. And I'm going to talk about war assets because I find that a topic that people talk about. Even Angry Joe said something about it being absolutely useless. I personally believe if the Mass Effect follow their series and their unique gameplay, because I love this game specifically for its storyline rather than its gameplay, I believe that it'll have a great effect on the fourth game, if there's a fourth game, because I've done shit in the first game that's kicked my ass or helped me in the second game, and I've done the same thing in the second game that's helped or kicked my ass in the third game. So what's saying that war assets, who seem to have useless effect to the third game, which reminds me of the Rednecks Queen in the first game, but then assists you in the second game? Or the third game? I can't fucking remember. Is it the third game? You guys understand what I mean. The Rednecks is one of your choices that you made. That Rednecks Queen deal, it almost seems absolutely useless. You help her out, but then it helps you out later. It also bites you in the ass a little bit, but it's one of those things that say it's a possible choice, that these war assets could help you a lot in the fourth game. So I want to talk about that. So I'm going to recap a little bit. Indoctrination is, I find you guys need to open your minds more towards it being attacked yourself rather than your player model. That the third choice is a good choice still, but it destroys the shepherd's mind completely. Yes, it still shows you the breathing scene, but I bet if this is at all true, whatever I say is true, that you will open up the fourth game and it'll say Shepard was lost mentally in the battle. He's now KIA because he would blah, 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 blah. Something has to do with the mental illness. I bet that would be a possible theory, because of you're destroy synthetic. Basically, a symbolic way you destroy your mind but are not indoctrination anymore. So on the fourth choice is my choice. I feel that's the most right because you yourself willingly stand against the Reapers. So you are now mentally still healthy and stand against those Reapers and you still get the breathing scene. So you're alive, you're well. The fourth game, you'll be able to continue your character successfully. The first two choices are kicking the balls, and I believe war assets will be in the fourth game. If not, I could be wrong, but I felt that talking about war assets is probably the most one of the things I just wanted to answer. So again, I hope you guys will share this. Just to kind of tell you how I kind of came up with this idea, I stumbled across a comment, which led me to a video, which led me to a personal video, which the kid was talking about how the fourth game should start. He had no intention about talking about the indoctrination theory. I really wish I could find this video. The kid had it labeled in a weird way. It'll be nearly impossible for me to find it. Basically, he had some really cool ideas how the fourth game starts, which then opened my mind on how the indoctrination theory could still be alive. So, yeah, I would like to say thanks to that kid. Thank you, kid. I don't know who you are, but that was a good opening for me. And as always, till next time, America.